my that can get it independent and ain't looking for no love, girl. He trying to catch me in my feelings, but he don't know that I'm the He trying to stunt and give me drinks. I got the bottles in the section and I promise to pay.
DJ Fresh. Now I've been in New York, Texas, Midwest, and it all reminds me of California.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. So far this season, the Eagles have been soaring. They're undefeated on the year and have their fans in a frenzy. Let's see if they can keep the good times rolling with the win here in this one. It's the Vikings going up against the Eagles. Now for the call of this Week 7 matchup, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Larry. It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look live there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Minnesota Vikings and the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. They're off to a terrific start, unbeaten at 5-0 through the first month and change.
And you can hang a lot of this early success on their defense, too. They're the tone setters for these guys, and the entire team feeds off of what they do.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Vikings, they come in with some fresh legs as they got the week off last week thanks to the early season bye.
And usually you hope your bye comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get fresh legs back, you take that time and you run with it.
And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. We'll check on his status when we get back. Now a play fake here on first down. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. He was looking for Jarius Wright that time. That'll bring up second down. Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
Now, that result is no surprise. This team is bringing back memories of what? The 85 Bears, the 2000 Ravens. Those teams were so great against the run, they made you abandon any plans of doing that when you played against them.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. On third down, Bradford. A dump down to McKinnon. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good gain.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Now the fourth-year man, Jeff Locke, on to punt it away. Back deep is Darren Sproles. Sproles, the return. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And a glance here at the vet. He's got a lot of years under his belt in the National Football League. They'll run it now out of the gun. He takes this for 3 to the 29. Tackle made by Everson Griffin.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
Now Ryan Matthews on third down. And taken down, but not before a beautiful little hurdle. Sometimes it can be dangerous there. It earned him the first. The defense came out with a look that they had prepped for all week to attack. They took advantage, got the first down.
And the key words in there, prepped for all week. They really studied them, understood their tendencies, knew what they liked to do, and prepared their game plan accordingly. And, boy, the payoff was good.
Making the stop there, Danielle Hunter. And how about this wide receiving core, Charles?
Well, I was at the hotel watching a little film, and you popped your head in and said, these receivers are pretty good from what I can tell. You're exactly right. Can't wait to see them do their thing out on the field.
Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much room to operate as they'll get this up only to about the 41. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves them with a third down and 8.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
My good friend, I'm just going to pose the question to you. Did that look like a pass that he should have thrown?
Now, the rookie probably needs to be a little bit more careful in these situations.
Yeah, that throw would turn him into a veteran quicker, but not in the way that he wants. He wants to learn his lessons by making good throws, not throws like that.
So here are the Vikings under third-year head coach Mike Zimmer. They'll be led out by their quarterback in his 6th year now from Oklahoma. It's Sam Bradford.
The former #1 pick in the NFL draft battled his share of injuries while he was at Oklahoma, but had a terrific rookie season with the St. Louis Rams before the injury bug hit again. But this guy, when he's on his game, is about as accurate as it gets in throwing the football.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. The starters now on offense, and Stephon Diggs, our first chance to see him today.
Brandon, remember we had this conversation about how highly recruited he was in high school. Didn't quite live up to it in college due to some injuries, but boy, has he hit the NFL like a bomb. Stephon Diggs, a crafty, mature route runner who can go the distance.
Off the play fake, Bradford finding time. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Naturally, we're going to say it was a poor pass, but the defensive guys say it was just a great play by them. They broke on the football, picked it off, and gave some momentum to their team.
On play action, they'll throw. Ertz has it left side. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. Good use of the pass there to pick up the first down against a defensive look that they had specifically prepared for, they told us, coming into this one.
Certainly seems like they're holding all the right cards now, doesn't it? Because of their preparation. Went back, watched the tape, studied the tendencies, and they feel like they had them down cold, and they were able to use the pass against them.
And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. They give him 15 more, and it's another first down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
And the offense lining up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Quickly now a look at the defensive starters for Minnesota.
Linval Joseph is in a hurry to get his name mentioned as one of the top defensive tackles in the game. I think he's accomplishing his goal.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he connects with Ertz. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24.
Okay, when the big guy runs a corner route, you're asking a lot no matter who's covering him. Doesn't matter whether it's a linebacker or a defensive back. Yeah. He usually has the advantage because of his body type.
Detroit! Detroit! Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Hurry up. Here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
They go play action here on 1st down. And bringing it in, this is Selleck over the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
He'll look to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. It makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Offense working with a 2nd and goal now. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Ryan Matthews, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Caleb Sturgis now for the point after. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip. Now after the touchdown, it's Sturgis to send it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now McKinnon to start the drive. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. One quarter in the books. It's a close game here early on. And we're back to Philadelphia after this. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. They've got a 2nd down and 8 to start things out. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now a 2nd down throw for Bradford. Over the middle here to Rudolph. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Toss play to McKinnon. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
There's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. This will be fielded at the 17. It's a net of 40 there, a punt of 48, and a return of 8. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
2nd down following the run.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29. Terrence Newman making the tackle. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along.
And he lost the football. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. He had gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
And now working their way back onto the field, the Eagles defense. They have a little something to build off of from last time with a 3-and-out.
And what they have to build off of? Great confidence right now. Being able to stuff someone on a 3-and-out. You feel like you're in control now. You're doing the dictating. They want to see if that can continue as this game progresses.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. The Vikings defense getting ready to go. And trailing on the scoreboard last time, able to force the fumble. I'm sure they'd like to do that again.
That's exactly right, because what they did last time is help them stay in this game. Being opportunistic, taking the ball away, that can help keep a game tight.
Yeah, we'll see if they can be opportunistic here. They'll be looking to force another turnover. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. Second down, Bradford. A dump down to McKinnon. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. 4 yards on the pickup. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. I think he's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he learned to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
It'll be a gain of 4, and that's going to make it 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Vikings. Teddy Bridgewater, 35 yards. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And a special play there by the special teams. It's one thing to fake it. He ran it in for the score.
I think the special teams coach saw something on film in preparation for this game, told the head coach now's the time. He got the green light, and they worked it to perfection.
Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions. But some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense. But when you turn it over, it changes momentum. And when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
On play action, they'll throw. Steps away to his left. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 15 that time. And the Eagles are going to have a first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Andrew Sendejo in on the stop. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. And that right there will set them back a bit on the offensive holding penalty.
And you know who you want to pressure after a penalty like that? The guy who just committed the foul. You want to see if he's going to keep his head down or if he's going to get his head right back into the game. I'd send a blitz at him right away and see if he holds up.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Dancing to his left. Left side caught by Matthews. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
Well, there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
Out of the gun now on third down. Flushed out right. Room here to run. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It's a gain of 5. And it'll be fourth down.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a first down.
And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. This is taken at the 18. 12 yards on the return that time. And it'll be Viking football here as they take possession. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. To play in a tightly contested first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner. Now Bradford on second down. A dump down to McKinnon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On 1st and 10, Bradford firing quickly here, and that's complete. A gain of 6 there on first. Second down now after the pass completion. Now a second down throw for Bradford. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
He's thrown one interception already, and that doesn't necessarily mean the rest of the game is going to go like that. But it does seem that he's a little bit off in his approach to this one.
Yeah, it does, and that was a risky throw right there.
Got to be careful about taking care of the ball, making sure you get back within yourself. I mean, those mechanics that they work on all the time, they're there for a reason. Kind of get back to those and maybe tamp it down a little bit.
And quickly, they get to the line. Bradford on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. And it's second down. 10 yards still left on second down. Throwing again. Bradford on 2nd and 10. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Now we've got movement up front, and I think this is going to be on Minnesota.
False start, offense.
Bradford again. His throw caught right around the 6. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They'll throw again. Bradford surveying the field. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
So they brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
3rd and short yardage. Bradford. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Kyle Rudolph. his second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Phrophet to send it away now following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
4 down, 4 down. Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Back to throw now on first down. Ertz has it left side. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting into the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Here we go now. Blue landed.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. This one complete left side to Green Beckham. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Left side caught by Matthews. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jordan Matthews as the first half is winding down. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control. And how about the end result? A touchdown.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And the first play of the drive goes to McKinnon. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And welcome back. The offensive unit, they took the timeout. And now they get set to line up as we resume action. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Bradford to throw it. And Rudolph has it left side. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Final play of the half. Bradford. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. Let's take a look back at the first half. Right now, we've got a tie game, and that just means exciting football for us in the second half, as we'll have two teams playing 2 quarters to decide a winner. All right, let's roll those moving pictures. Midway through the first quarter, here the defense will come up with the pick. Kratz is reading the play and comes away with it, ending the drive. Offense out now following the interception. Matthews going to dart up the middle, and this run goes for a touchdown. They'll take the early advantage. Now following the fumble, and this 2-play drive goes for a touchdown. We're tied back up at 7. Third down from inside the 10. Quick pass, and he finds Kyle Rudolph. And it leads to a touchdown. That takes the lead up to 7. Eagles take it at the 34. Matthews the target here. And this will go all the way for a touchdown. Eagles tied up at 14. That'll do it for us here at EA Sports Studios. Let's get back out to Brandon and Charles for the call of the second half. Brandon.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Partner, I think the easy thing now would be to just abandon the run and start throwing the football at all costs. But I've been in so many games where it doesn't work running the ball. It doesn't work running the ball. And then something pops, and now you get something going. I'm not so sure to just abandon your game plan this early in the second half.
Green 39! Green 30!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. Complete on the right side to Green Beckham. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Let's go! 319! 319!
Now a play fake here on first down. To the right side, caught by Saleh. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
Green 39! Green 30!
Back to throw now on first down. Being chased out left. Ertz has it left side. A gain of 6 there on first.
I think that should have been chalked up as a winning play for the defense, and they somehow beat it, didn't they? Right-handed quarterback flushed to his left, yet he finds his tight end on the left side of the field. That's a tough throw. What a great completion.
Watch it now, Hardy! Green 39! Watch it now, Hardy! Blue 90!
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And bringing it in, this is Selleck over the middle. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
We always hear from coaches how much they like to run crossing routes because they want to hit their receivers on the go, get them the ball, and keep them moving. How about when you hit a tight end that way? Okay, the receivers are going to run past you most of the time. The tight end, they can do their damage a different way. Break a few tackles and really scatter some people, can't they?
Rolling to his left. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. 22 yards on the pickup there. And the Eagles are now set up with a 1st and goal.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he's able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
In the red zone this time.
Let's go. Blue, landing.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Jordan Matthews with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Eagles have moved out in front.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Now after the touchdown, it's Sturgis to send it away. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. We focus our attention now on the Eagles' defense. Now, the interception for them the last time, and that turned into 6 points.
You think during their break they reminded the offense that, hey, we helped you guys out a little bit, right? You know, they want to see if they can do it again for them. They're putting together an entire team game by how they're playing on defense.
So the interception the last drive, what will happen here? The drive starts with a handoff to McKinnon. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 13 yards there on the pickup, and it'll be a Minnesota 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the 1st on the ground. A 1st down throw for Bradford. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. And not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
2nd down following the incompletion. On 2nd down, Bradford again. He's got time. Going for the deep ball. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Stephon Diggs, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will take a knee here. So per the new rules in 2016, this will be brought out to the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319. Over. Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
On play action, they'll throw. On the move to his left. And he's got room. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Now, Barney. Hurry up, here we go.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Caught by the tight end Ertz. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Flush to his right. And he had a quick little spin move, but the door shut fast as he's dropped. Call it a gain of 5, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
They come out here in the eye. They'll try and sneak it here. A 3-yard gain and enough for the 1st down.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the 1st down.
And as we say often, it shows confidence in your offensive line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Now let's go. 319. 319.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And oh, it coughed it up. And this belongs to the Vikings. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And complete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, ball's out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
They come up in an offset eye. Now McKinnon. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. So both teams trade touchdowns in the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. 7 yards remaining here on third down. On third down, Bradford. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And the Eagles take possession. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And they got across the 50 last time but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they've got to feel pretty good about. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense, they affect your overall team because now your defense has to make that stand up. Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice gain.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
But we stopped on that play. We've had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to them the rest of the game.
To throw now on 2nd and 10. This one complete left side to Green Beckham. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. And a pretty simple completion there underneath, but a successful one for the offense.
Partner, doesn't have to be the big shots downfield all the time. Having that safety net underneath is a great thing for a quarterback.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Back to throw here. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And able to complete it to Green Beckham. 13 yards on the pickup, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Ertz has it left side. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. Steps away to his left. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive.
No. Check. Patriot. Hurry up. Here we go. Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Tie game late, and the offense really has to be conscious of the clock here as it's becoming a factor late in this ball game.
Green 39.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive.
Now let's go. 319.
The play clock's running down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And they're facing a big 3rd down now in this tie ball game. So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive.
Here we go now.
It's a quarterback sneak. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal.
And when all you want to do is keep your drive going, quarterback sneak's a great call, isn't it? Pick it up, get a new set of downs.
And on 3rd down, usually you think 4th down quarterback sneak. There, though, it worked on 3rd. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on.
Over. Hurry up, here we go. 319.
They'll go with a keeper. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They come out here in the eye.
319.
They'll try and sneak it here. Another timeout called by the Vikings now. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. From back at the 2, here's 3rd and goal.
Everyone go forward. Down. Here we go now. 319. 319. No. Check. Patriot. Now let's go. Blue 90.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And Matthews has it right side. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jordan Matthews, his third touchdown of the game and fifth on the year. And the Eagles have moved out in front.
And there's the go-ahead touchdown. And so likely will kick an extra point. But to me, I'm looking forward. Special teams now with your kickoff. And then your defense, that's where the pressure shifts.
Yeah, because there's plenty of time left on that clock. Anytime you're over a minute in the NFL, there's a chance. And this one through the uprights and good. So that one a 13-play drive in total. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. Now after the touchdown, it's Sturgis to send it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Vikings. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Back to throw. Wright's got it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. He'll look to throw. Now a hit, and the ball comes out. Bradford has lost it, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. And they were hoping to get down there, get the score, and get this thing into overtime. How deflating.
Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, heartbreaking. They had an opportunity, had a chance, and probably were feeling pretty good about what was going on, and that was taken away from them by their own mistake.
Yep, the opportunity squashed. And now the Eagles offense back out onto the field. They have the lead, still a one-possession game, but the defense got to stop. They've got the football now, just salted away, right?
Exactly.
Now hang on here, timeout called by the defense. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. The Eagles in the victory formation as they take a knee. And the Vikings with an extra defender in the secondary on third.
Playing coverage here.
They'll go ahead and take the knee here, and the unbeaten season will continue. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Eagles, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Eagles are winners here as we say so long from Philadelphia.